KTM's 2022 was definitely one of those years where it appeared to be all about making the most of what they had underneath them. In pre-season testing, KTM appeared to be in trouble as they essentially ended up starting the 2022 season with their 2021 bike. This was following developments behind the scenes that seemed to confuse the direction that they needed to go in. On the back foot, and with two rookies in their Tech 3 team, with the then reigning Moto2 world champion Remy Gardner and his title combatant Raul Fernandez, the Austrian team weren't exactly going into Qatar with a lot of hype around them. But with a little bit of Brad Binder magic, the South African managed to land KTM second on the podium in Qatar, in one of Qatar's fastest races ever.
Congratulations to Brad Binder, he takes second for KTM.
Quite the feat for the factory team that appeared to have the worst bike at the time. It all of a sudden put question marks over what we thought about KTM, and that maybe they had managed a late turnaround in the pre-season testing.
Miguel is the man in Mandalika, a famous win here for KTM in our first Indonesian Grand Prix in a quarter of a century. That was a brilliant ride by Miguel Oliveira.
Incredibly, at MotoGP's first race in Indonesia in 25 years, KTM would pull out a stunning victory at a rain-soaked Pertamina Mandalika circuit, courtesy of Miguel Oliveira. It was a masterful ride, and with Brad Binder finishing 8th, despite a rear ride height device issue that failed halfway through the race, KTM was suddenly in high spirits, just a few weeks after pre-season testing had them looking at the 20-race schedule with quite a long face. But early successes couldn't cover up the true state of affairs for much longer. It was evident that KTM had a problem with qualifying, as from round 3 in Argentina, it wouldn't be until round 11 in Assen before we saw KTM qualifying in the top 10 again. Their inability to get the best out of soft tyres was proving to be a real downfall to their success, and if it wasn't for some brilliant Sunday surges from Brad Binder and Oliveira, KTM's season would be looking even more bleak. Binder managed to pick up 4 top 10s in a row from Jerez onwards after starting from 15th or lower, and Miguel joined that Sunday surge party, picking up 3 9ths in a row after starting 14th or lower in each. Incidentally, rookies Raul and Remy had some of their better performances in this time too, both picking up points in back-to-back races in Barcelona and Germany. When the factory duo did manage to qualify decently, they picked up their best performances of the season, in particular Assen, as Binder and Oliveira crossed the line 5th and 9th. The first half of 2022 was hardly much to scream about, but there were some signs of progress. The second half of the year once again showed up the problems they were having with their bike. Struggling for rear grip and turning, KTM couldn't take advantage of the strong engine they had, and it really showed at circuits where turning was a necessity. As soon as they arrived at tracks with shorter and sharper corners, they were in business. Binder raced to an awesome 4th in Aragon, and then the following week in Japan, a good qualifying for both Brad and Miguel saw them pick up 2nd and 5th. Things got even better for Miguel the following week, as he once again danced his way to victory in the rain, but this time at the Thai GP.
Another rain masterclass from Miguel Oliveira. He takes the victory here in that delayed Thai Grand Prix. Oliveira wins by nearly 3/4 of a second from Australian Jack Miller.
Australia and Malaysia were difficult, but the finale in Valencia saw another P2, P5 finish. This was enough for the factory team to clinch second in the team standings. It was particularly promising for Binder, who raced with a first version of their 2023 chassis, and for Miguel, his charge from 14th was a great way to round off his time at KTM. Raul and Remy also completed their time at KTM with one of their better rides of the season, finishing 12th and 13th as they both go on to pastures new in 2023. The Valencia test saw them try their 2023 prototype, and after a year of hard work where they had almost sacrificed 2022 to make sure they headed into 23 in better shape, it seemed it had worked, as Jack Miller joins Binder at KTM and Pol Espargaro teams up with the new Moto2 world champion Augusto Fernandez at the newly branded Gas Tech 3 team. The future is bright if you like the orange, and now red.
Hey guys, my name's Brad Binder. If you liked this video, give us a big like and don't forget to subscribe.